Do you know why you have set goals for your business? Do you know what the next step is now that you've set the goals? This video is for you. In this video, we will introduce the Balanced Scorecard. Following on from our strategy map and our strategic logic flow process, we are still translating our strategy, and we have a range of tools at our disposal. This video will address the third of those tools, namely the Balanced Scorecard. Particular attention is paid to two areas, namely selecting the measures to track the progress of our strategic goals and translating those measures into accountabilities. With that, let's dive into the presentation. Previously, in video number 1, we were introduced to an overall strategic management framework, and in the videos that followed, we first took a deep dive into the first step of that framework, namely developing the strategy. In this video, we have progressed to the second step, namely translating the strategy. Here we will assess the third technique in translating the strategy, namely the Balanced Scorecard. Performance measurement can be broken into three different techniques used by management. They are 1. The Balanced Scorecard, 2. KPIs or Key Performance Indicators, and 3. OKRs or Objective Key Results. In our planning, we will have a strategic plan, which tends to be more longer-term focused, and an operating plan, which is more focused on the immediate future. Our Balanced Scorecard will be more concerned with our strategic goals in our strategic plan. To date, we have defined our business strategy and built a strategy map, which allowed us to define our strategic goals. We now need to select measures to track the progress of goals, and then translate those measures into accountabilities. You will recall that in defining our business strategy, we have completed two key tasks. 1. We defined our business philosophy with reference to the philosophical pyramid in video number 1. 2. Next, we conducted strategic analysis in videos number 2 to 11 in order to establish how we will create value for customers. In building our strategy map, we identified 4 perspectives, which will also apply to our Balanced Scorecard. 1. Financial, 2. Customer, 3. Process or internal business, and 4. Learning and growth. For each of these, we should have considered our goals. These strategic goals should have covered all aspects identified in our strategy map. Next, we must select measures to track the progress of our goals. We should consider the following. Firstly, we should have a good mix of outcome measures and performance drivers. Secondly, lagging outcome measures do not communicate how the outcomes are achieved or warn about their efficacy of strategy implementation. Thirdly, leading performance drivers enable the business unit to achieve short-term operational improvements. And finally, measures should be SMART: specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time-bound. SMART. Some common measures to track progress of goals include 1. Financial goals such as revenue growth, profitability, return on investment, cash on hand. 2. Customer goals such as market share, advertising effectiveness, for example conversion rate, customer satisfaction, and number of sales contracts. 3. Internal business process goals such as yield rate, number of defects, cycle time, and time to launch. And 4. Learning and growth goals such as employee engagement scores, training hours, sales per employee, information systems accuracy. Next, we need to allocate resources to key initiatives required to achieve the goals that are being measured. This is to ensure that all stakeholders are empowered to achieve strategic goals which are being measured. Next, we need to translate measures into accountabilities. It is important to remember the following. 1. What gets measured gets managed. 2. Attach incentives to the measures. 3. Refer to the strategy map to identify strategic objectives. And 4. For each objective, assign corresponding measures and targets. It is also important to note the following considerations when using a balanced scorecard. 1. Management inclusion. Senior managers must comprehend its purpose and commit their support. Therefore, they must be involved in the scorecard development process. 2. Scorecard communication. Executive leadership must communicate the scorecard through the ranks to ensure understanding and alignment at all levels within the organization. 3. Resource allocation. Senior executives must demonstrate their commitment to the process by allocating resources to support the measures and goals. 4. Reassessment. A balanced scorecard is not a static document. Over time, the connections between strategy, goals, and measures should be tested. In this video, we learned about the balanced scorecard. This technique is the third in our translation of the strategy toolkit. It is used to establish appropriate measures to attach to the strategic goals that we have already identified. These measures have then been translated into relevant accountabilities. In this way, performance measurement at the strategic level will be effective. The balanced scorecard should be documented as part of the strategic plan. In the next video, we will look at strategic expenditure. If you enjoyed this content, please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and click on the notification bell. It helps us grow the channel and bring more content to small and medium business owners and managers. Also, be sure to check the description below for any related product affiliate links. And finally, please comment on the video or click on our community tab to further interactions and updates.